Virgo. This is going to be a reading for March 21st through 27th, 2022. Today, as I'm recording this, is the spring equinox. So we're moving into Aries season and the first week of spring this week. So in honor of that, I've already pulled some cards for you. In honor of that, I thought we would take a look at, let's see, like what part of yourself you're shedding and what part of yourself is like has new growth. So like, you know, a shedding of the old and a growing of the new self here. We're going to take a look at the connector, what connects those two, like what kind of spurred that transformation, and then we're going to look at the outcome of that transformation, the outcome in your world. So let's take a look. Virgo. To begin with, the self that you're shedding here, we have the Five of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Four of Cups. So you're coming from a place that you're starting to shed and starting to get rid of, you know, it feels a little immature because of, well, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is generally, sometimes it's like the boredom card and the kind of like refusing of something that's being offered to you. Five of Cups, you know, we're taking a look at things that we're like kind of mourning and things that you know, feel a feeling of loss. And having the Page of Swords there right in the middle feels just a little immature. The Page of Swords has to do with messages. Some of you may have like received a message recently, and it gave you this feeling of kind of like not wanting to see it, and also not being able to think about anything else but it. You're like, no, thank you, but now I can't stop thinking about it, and I'm really upset about this. So that's kind of the old self that we're shedding here, you know, and that could just have been this last week. It doesn't mean that it happened like to you all winter or anything like that. We're just looking at a week here, first week of spring. So we're moving out of that energy of that self for you this week, Virgo, and into this these other cards over here. We have the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So complete. You know, I'm almost saying this for everybody, but complete 180 for you here. You're coming from a place of loss and refusal and a little bit of immaturity just because you're frustrated and you don't know how to like express your feelings almost. And you're moving into a place of being able to express your feelings, getting a handle on like how to use them, and just moving forward in a potential either practice or like if you had kind of fallen out of your daily practice here. You know, we have the King of Wands, and in this deck he's the Lion, and it's just a very strength card, right? And it is very, very similar to the Strength card, and I just get this feeling of finally like stepping into an action that you've been putting off, a hesitation, and opening up your heart to, you know, not only yourself, but to almost like trusting and working with others again, and maybe you weren't there this last week. So that's the self that you're moving into. For the connector here, we have the Eight of Cups. Here, I'll show you the Eight of Cups. So definitely leaving something behind, whatever this loss is. It feels like you left that behind. You know, leaving something behind was the connector for this transformation here. So for the outcome, I should show you your cards because they're just so pretty. Not that I have to show the cards all the time, but you can probably see them kind of if you have a big screen, right? So this is the self that you're shedding. This is the self that we're moving away from. Just in case these images, you know, bring up anything for you personally. This is the self we're moving into. And in the outcome, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is the outcome of this transformation. Basically, it's pretty good. Feels pretty good here, Virgo. Basically, a lot of abundance, a lot of self-made abundance, and also just sort of a changing of your fortune. So whether, you know, I mean, if we're taking a look at these other cards, it certainly feels like your fortune is turning for the better. In case you have been sitting in a place where you felt like you didn't quite have much luck, it seems like your luck is changing for this week. And something in this week is definitely feeling like self-made abundance here. Absolutely. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Pretty good reading. I like it for you this week. Let's pull a Four Agreements card to see which agreement would best help you get through the energies of your week. right, Virgo. We have, be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you are impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come from love. All right, that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so very much for joining me. As a reminder, this is a practice for me. For more on what that means, you can look in the description. Please like and subscribe. I need team members, which means subscribers. So join my team. It'll be super fun. You'll get a free reading every week, and you'll get to watch me grow and grow with me. And that would please me greatly. So thank you, Virgo. Have a beautiful week. I will see you next week.